Hello everyone, I'm Sidhvita, a member of Krino Forensics. In this video, we are going to discuss another important biological fluid in forensic science, that is saliva as a forensic evidence. Saliva is something we often overlook in daily life, but in forensic investigation, it can provide very strong associate evidence. So, let us begin. In this lecture, we will understand what is saliva, where it is produced, how it is analyzed, and how it plays a crucial role in forensic investigations, especially in sexual assault and contact based crimes. Now, let us start with a basic introduction. On an average, a human being secretes about 1 to 1.5 liters of saliva per day. So, this tells us how commonly available this biological fluid is. Saliva is a fluid that is largely composed of water along with the small amounts of electrolytes and enzymes. It is secreted mainly by the parotid and submandibular salivary glands present in the mouth. From a forensic point of view, saliva is very commonly encountered in sexual assault cases and cases involving physical and personal contact. Saliva samples can be recovered from a variety of surfaces such as body parts, paper and envelopes, cigarette butts, plastic and glass bottles, metal cans, etc. Because saliva is transferred during personal contact, it becomes an important evidence that can help establish a link between the victim and the perpetrator. Now, let us understand the human salivary glands. About 70% of saliva is produced by the submandibular salivary glands, and around 25% is produced by the parotid glands, and the remaining 5% comes from the sublingual salivary glands. Saliva also plays a very important role in digestion. The digestion of carbohydrates actually begins in the oral cavity. Saliva contains an enzyme called amylase, which helps in breaking down the carbohydrates such as starch. So, from forensic perspective, when we detect the amylase, it is strongly indicates the presence of saliva. Now, we know that what is saliva is and where it comes from. Let us move on the saliva analysis. Saliva analysis in forensic science involves a step-by-step approach, starting from basic examination to advanced molecular techniques. The first step in saliva examination is visual examination. Here, forensic expert looks for a visible stains, discoloration, or wet patches on the evidence. The next step is microscopic examination, where the sample is observed for the presence of epithelial or buccal mucosa cells. After this, biochemical tests are performed to confirm the presence of saliva. The presence of saliva can be initially detected using starch iodine test and Fadebas test. Both these tests are based on the detection of amylase activity. However, it is very important to understand that these tests do not confirm human saliva specially. They can only indicate the presence of amylase, which can come from human or non human sources. So, these tests are considered as a presumptive test. So, to specially confirm human saliva, advanced tests are used. A monoclonal antibody based test kit is used to detect human specific salivary amylase. One commonly used method is RSID test. If a stain gives positive reaction with RSID method, it confirms that human saliva is present. In addition to this, ABO blood grouping agents can also be detected in saliva, but only if the person is a secretor. A secretor is an individual whose saliva and other body fluids contain ABO antigens. Approximately 80% of the populations are secretors. Other confirmatory tests includes immunochromatographic test, RNA-based test, ELISA, etc. Now, one of the most important forensic advantages of saliva is that it may contain buccal mucosa cells. These cells contain DNA which can be extracted and analyzed using advanced DNA profiling techniques. This allows forensic experts to obtain an individual DNA profile which is extremely valuable for identification. Now, let us summarize the forensic significance of saliva. Saliva contains DNA, which helps in personal identification. It is commonly found as crime scene evidence, especially on bite marks, cigarettes, bottles, and food items. Saliva helps in linking a suspect to a crime scene or victim. It can also be used in drug or toxin detection. Saliva plays a very crucial role in sexual assault investigations. Another advantage is that saliva collection is easy and non invasive compared to blood. So, to conclude, saliva is highly valuable biological evidence in forensic science. Even though it is overlooked, it can provide powerful associate and individual evidence when properly analyzed. Thank you for listening. I hope this lecture helped you to understand the forensic importance of saliva. Please drop your comment below if you have any questions or want us to explain any forensic topic. We would be happy to cover them in future videos. And the presentation document will be shared on our social media channels. You can directly access the document from there. Stay tuned for next video to learn with Krino Forensics.